One. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. Okay. Wow, guys. Okay, so a couple of months ago, back in October, beginning of October, I went on a cruise, okay, and it was called the Rhapsody of the Seas or something like that. And it was through, I think, Royal Caribbean. Yes. And I had a wonderful time. I've been celebrating my 55th year all year, just doing odd stuff, random stuff. And one of the things I did to celebrate my 55th year was go on that cruise, a cruise of my lifetime, a Liberty cruise. All right. So while I'm on this cruise, I come across a 19-year-old young man, a 19-year-old young man. Now, for the record, guys, I do not romantically get involved with anyone at this point in my life below the age of 40. I'm 55. Anyone below the age of 40, just, on a romantic level, there's just not much going to happen there with me. Okay. And I know everyone's different. You can be 70 years old and fall in love with a 19-year-old. I am not going to judge you. Okay. There was a time I would have been like, what? But nowadays, I just don't care. I've already lived my life, made my choices, lived the consequences, whether good or bad. We all do the same thing. But I do discourage older people from dipping down too low. I just discourage that, you know. But on a romantic level, I would never do that. It's just because I don't want to. Okay. That's why I say I would never. Not as in like, I would never do something like that. You know what I mean? It's not on that level. It's just it's just not my cup of tea. And I discourage it, and I won't go into all that right now. But right now, so I'm on this cruise, I'm 55 and I'm fine, doing my thing, dropping it like it's hot and, having a good time, right? I'm not married. I'm not dating nobody. I ain't been involved with nobody in a couple of years. It's just me, being free, okay? Doing my thing. On this cruise, 19-year-old spots me, scoops me up. The rest of the evening, I'm like, what? Just running around a boat with a 19-year-old. It was after dinner. And so, then the rest of the cruise, we would run into each other on the cruise. He's there with his family. His family is so ironic. His parents are there celebrating their 25th year of marriage. And then my husband divorced me, after 25 years, run off with another woman. So that's one of the things that he and I talked about. He talked about how he was there with his parents to celebrate their 25th. And I was like, wow, this is so weird because I'm celebrating being 55 after my husband left me after 25 years to run off with somebody else. So he really felt that, we connected on that level. So again, he's 19. He's just a child. But this is the song that this child wrote me, okay? This child wrote me this song. Oh my God, I forgot to turn off the comments, guys. I always forget to turn off the comments. Mm. I would show my face, but hi to those who spoke. I won't show my face because my hair is not done. I haven't brushed my teeth. I haven't washed my face. It's just blackened out because I'm not cute right now. And the other day when I was on, someone and I accidentally flipped it and someone saw me and they were like, "Oh, you're ugly. You look like doo doo." I mean, someone said I look like doo doo. And I was like, "Dang. Okay, well, I will definitely keep it off." Okay. Now someone's saying, "Shut up, shut up." Okay, see what I mean? Let's see if I can turn these comments off. Hold on. Let me go get these comments off and see if I can figure it out. Okay, the chat is off. Okay, that way I don't have to worry about those comments. Once I have a moderator, then I can, you know, monitor that stuff. But right now, let's read the lyrics to this song. The lyrics to the song. And his name is Josiah. Okay. Thank you, Josiah, for writing this song. And just for the record, Josiah is young. He's a college student. He is not interested in some old 55-year-old woman. He's just a nice young man who wants to be a blessing to me. Okay. And I appreciate it. Mhm. Okay, so here he goes. Now, I'm not going to sing it because I'm not a singer, okay? But I'll just read it. It says, it really feels so good to be alive. Met a baddie at age 55. I know her as Miss Leisha. You turned me on with this specific outfit, but I would always notice you without it. Mm. In love with every feature. I can't believe a woman in her 50s would take time out of her day to kick it with me. It's really nice to see you, to meet you. It's really nice to meet you. I owe it to myself to show you love, which is coming from the Lord up above. Uh-oh. I like that. And his name would be Jesus. Okay. And then he says, verse 1. So that was the chorus. So, verse 1. This is really long, guys. Really long. And it's taken me a couple of months to even sit down and just, rap with this for a minute. No one's ever piqued my interest like you did. I fell in love without an arrow. There's no need for a cupid. When we first met the other night, I bet you already knew this. But the outfit that you had on was just the absolute cutest. I was cute, y'all, I must say. 55 or not, I was rocking that outfit, okay? But the outfit that you had on was just the absolute cutest, okay? From front to back, it's been a face that you're incredibly sexy. You get it popping like a can. You might as well be a Pepsi. Well, back in the day, it used to be Coca-Cola bottles, right? Hey, I'm a Pepsi now. I see you as my ride or die, and you know you'll be there to check me. Sounds like a mommy, right? Ride and die and to check them. Showing you in your body love, though I just wish you would let me. I'm bold with the truth. The one I should be holding is you. If we're reciprocating feelings, you will be holding me too. You know that is true. But girl, I want you to myself. I'll make the sacrifice for you and put it all on the shelf. All right now. He's a rapper, guys. So he's in the entertainment business. So he's like a rapper. He has his own YouTube channel, making music, into ministry, that kind of thing. So that's where all this is coming from. He's a creator. Okay. I want to wrap my arms around you like you got on a belt. There's nothing more I want to do than touch your heart so it melts. When we hung out the other night, there was a lot that I felt. Since you're a baddie to the bone, though, I'll be good for your health. So let me show you love. Okay, another course. It really feels good, so good to be alive. Met a baddie at age 55. I know her as Miss Leisha. That's how I introduce myself, Miss Leisha. You turned me on with this specific outfit, but I will always notice you without it. In love with every feature. I can't believe a woman in her 50s would take time out of her day to kick it with me. It's really nice to meet you. I owe it to myself to show you love, which is coming from the Lord who's up above, and his name would be Jesus. Okay, now it says, verse 2 might as well be 50. Fine, Leisha, you a pretty dime. Slimmest with them pretty lines, waist around your body. You a hottie, and it's clear to see. Baby, a queen so pristine, and it's clear to me. There's no doubt that you're attractive, because I know you are. I just wish you lived in Texas, because I know you're far. Aw, I don't mind living in Texas. Find me a job in an apartment, and I'll come to Texas, okay? I hate the distance that we're forced to have in between. But if you allow me to, then God will come and intervene. Oh, I know he's real and that he's powerful enough to do it. Love for you is real. I hope this song will be enough to prove it. I saw you light up in white, highest resolution. Divorce a guy. I think that would make a better fusion. I'm already divorced. I know I'm young, but that don't matter because I'm still grown. And singleness is a state that I still own. Looking fine at 55, my mind is still blown. But there's gonna be a lot of love that is still shown. This is so cute. And I mean, it's so long, guys. I'm gonna keep going. All right. Okay, this is the chorus again. It really feels so good to be alive. Met a baddie at 55. I know her as Miss Leisha. You turned me on with this specific outfit, but I will always notice you without it. In love with every feature, I can't believe a woman in her 50s would take time out of her day to kick it with me. It's really nice to meet you. I owe it to myself to show you love, which is coming from the Lord who's up above, and his name would be Jesus. Okay, verse 3. Whew, all right. The way you was walking in them heels, the way I was walking in the hills, guys. To be honest, girl, you had me in my feels. I bet you look good in reels. And if I ever saw you on the gram, I would slide and try to show you who I am. I'll do it because I can. I really want to show you I'm the man. Oh, this is so cute. I want to be way more than just a fan. I hope you understand because all I want to do is take your hand. Oh my gosh, guys. Wow. We're adventuring in our own wonderland. It's all part of the plan. While we were walking to your room, he just walked me to my room, guys. He did not come in. This is nothing romantic. Like, okay, he's just, a young guy expressing himself. Okay. I was right outside of the door. See, guys, okay, I'm not lying. I was right outside the door and couldn't wait to see you soon. You may not really believe me, but I'll say it because it's true. With your smile, I couldn't tell. You couldn't wait to see me too. Oh, he says I could tell. With your smile, I could tell. You couldn't wait to see me too. Yeah, this was something that I knew. And settling for less was really something I outgrew. Even though A part of me still wants to be with you. Here's a shout out to the Lord because He's the one that I pursue. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. And then there was the chorus again, and we've heard the chorus a bunch of times. But I really like the first line. It really feels so good to be alive. Met a baby, a baddie, I'm sorry, a baddie at 55. Oh, I love that. Okay, guys, so I finally got around to reading this, reciting this love song to me. I don't think anyone's ever written a love song for me to this extent. I don't think anyone's ever written me a love song ever in my life. I don't think so. I know years ago when I was a teenager, a guy, went into like a recording studio and recorded a song that was already, by someone else. It was by like Motown or something, one of those. And we were like Niagara Falls or something. Um, One of my family vacations when I was coming up, and my parents took my boyfriend, they allowed my boyfriend to come on vacation with us. I think we were at Niagara Falls, and he went into one of those recording studios and recorded a tape. And so, but this young man took time out to write me a song expressing love, love that comes from God, not anything inappropriate or, nothing like that. I'm not some dirty old lady who go around just, you know, picking up teenagers, or I'm not that person, okay? Not that you have to be dirty if you're an older woman who date younger men. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm not, that's just not me. All right. But I do not have a problem with being friends with anyone. I do not. I do not. And he's a young man who's expressive and he's creative. And I don't have a mind, I don't have a problem with being supportive. I am an online pastor and I encourage all young people, old people, anybody, male, female, black, white, anyone in between, and outside of whatever. Live your life. Obey Most High. Be honest. That's my most important message. Be honest. Be honest. And I think it's okay for older people to have relationships with younger people. How else can the younger people learn from us if we don't befriend them? But we cannot overstep the boundaries. We cannot betray their innocence. We got to be protective of their right to grow without us overstepping. Young people should be able to admire us, love us, express themselves, and be safe. It's more important for this young man to be able to express himself to me now in a safe way, in a protected way, without me jeopardizing his future of having the wife and children of his real dreams. I'm mature enough to know not to block him and his blessings in the future and to see this for what it is. But I know men in my life. I would say women, but I don't know any women at the moment. At the moment, I don't know any women, so I can't say that. But I do know men in my life right now. They're 50, 60, 70 years old. And they give young girls that are like 19, 20, 20, $30, whatever, cash app and whatever, just for dirty pictures, suck they dick, stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that that makes me throw up. you know, ugh, the thought of that. So from here on out, I don't want to have nothing to do with these kind of men. Don't tell me your nasty mess. I don't want to hear that. I don't. If you have a confession, go to another man and confess that. I don't want to confess. I don't want to hear that mess. You know, I'm the kind of person people are comfortable talking to me, comfortable sharing stuff, and they should be. But I don't want to hear any more men confessing to me about being that old and having 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds sucking their dick because they feel they lonely. I've been abstaining for 2 years. I've had my legs closed for 2 years. Ain't no man, no woman touched my naked body in 2 years. But that is not an excuse for me as a 55-year-old woman to take advantage of people much, much, much younger than me because I'm alone, because they're desperate and they don't understand yet fully. It's just wrong. It's wrong. But, I'm a man of my business. 'Cause I know somebody gonna say, speak for yourself. I'm 50 and my 19-year-old loves me and I love them. She understands me better than the wife I left after 30 years. My wife of 30 years don't understand me like this 19-year-old does. All I can do is laugh at you on that one. That's it. Lord have mercy, Jesus. So, but anyway, I just want to thank, Jay for writing that for me. I appreciate it. I really do. And it's sad that, I have such a old behind man that left me in a position because he didn't ran off, with some woman. That, he left me in a position where a 19-year-old has to, acknowledge me and honor me. But I appreciate it. I ain't complaining. And I'm at the point now that I accept where things are, guys. I finally accept that I was never, it was hard for me to accept that I wasted. It wasn't a complete waste, but just for the dramatics. Um, it was just hurtful to me, to myself. It ain't really got nothing to do with the ex, really, at this point. It's not really about him. I disappointed myself, guys. I let myself marry someone who didn't even want me, let alone love. Let's not even talk about love. I don't even care about the word love at this point. I married someone who didn't even want me. And I didn't even notice. How could you not know that someone don't love you? How can you not know that? I think I just was naive enough to assume that someone loved me because they said it. I assumed because he was pursuing me and said he loved me and put a ring on it, I assumed that he did. I don't know what to tell women. You cannot assume that someone love you, want you, just because they marry you. Just because they get on their knee and ask you to marry them. You cannot be convinced that they actually love you and want you. I don't know how to explain it. But I like how Jay, as I was reading his song to me, love comes from God. And sometimes he can connect us to people where we seem like mixed matches. Like a 19-year-old and a 55-year-old, that just doesn't seem like it should happen. You know what I mean? But Most High is the one that is in control of love, the way that we feel, the way we think, you know? So I do understand how people of different ages, generations, races, all kind of differences. I understand how you can love each other. I get it. But that don't mean just because you have these feelings for each other and thoughts for each other that you have to carry out sexual acts. No, you do not. Just because a 50-year-old man cannot, for whatever reason, relate to women in his own generation, whether it's his fault, their fault, or nobody's fault, it don't even matter. Why? It still don't mean it's the right thing to do to dip that far down. It don't mean that. It just means that you're not able to relate to the women in your age group. For whatever reason, you don't connect. Your mindset is not there. Your mindset is at a 19-year-old's mindset level. If you resonate with 19-year-olds, that's because your mind is there. Your heart is there. Your mind and your heart is not at the age level of the people that you were raised with, for whatever reason. This is not like a negative judgment or a slam in nobody's face, but just to perhaps shed some light on why you go so low, you know. But again, there's nothing wrong with being friends with, interacting with younger people. In fact, I encourage it. But have some discipline, have some discipline, have some boundaries. And if you can't, then stay away from them. Stay away from them. I've worked with all people my whole life, young people, old people, and people in between. As a teacher, just on many levels. And it's all about the boundaries we set for ourselves. Young people are exciting. They are. They're creative. They're fresh. They can make us old people feel really good and young. I get it. But that don't mean we need to be in bed with them. We don't need to see them naked. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm just discouraging old people from touching young folks. I'm just discouraging it. I know, it's not going to stop nobody. I know that. But as many people as I can discourage, I will. But I do encourage being friends and supportive. That's what I encourage. I encourage that. There's nothing wrong with helping young people get to their next level. Help them. Help them. Don't hurt them. If you're in your 50s and you having sex with 19-year-olds, you're causing more damage than hurt. I mean, than help. You know what I'm saying? Is it possible to be friends without having sex with them? Is it possible? You know what I mean? Without, you don't have to overexert yourself. Help them. You can give them money without sex. A young girl should be able to send a man should be able to help a young girl with money if she's 19, 20 in college or, whatever her situation is. You feel that to help her. You should be able to help her without her having to spread her legs, suck your dick, send you naked pictures. If you just can't help a young woman from the goodness of your heart, then you just leave her alone. Leave her alone. She will find people her age to grow with, make mistakes with, fix life with. You know, I think it's wrong for old people to mess their life up and then they can't relate to nobody their age because they so messed up. Then they just go down to the younger people because they can, you know, it's cheaper, easier on the wallet. you know, I get it. After you've been divorced so many times, the women your age, you don't have a lot of money left, so you go down to that young. The conversations are easier. Not as It's not about 401ks and pensions, and you're not talking about serious stuff. I get it. Old men don't think we old women understand. We do. We do. And we also attract the same young people. The same young people you attract, them same young people, they see us too. They see us too, you know. But I choose to create boundaries. I can be friends with young people, hang out with them, vibe, all kind of stuff, and never cross the line. Never cross the line. But, I think that might be the difference between a lot of mature older people and, older people that are just not mature or they're just too traumatized. And there's nothing we mature ones can say to the young, to those. There's nothing we can say to them. They feel completely justified, it's legal. Nothing you can say, you're just jealous or whatever. I ain't jealous, I got kids. I was young before and I got kids. I'm so thankful that I was not one of those young people that dated older people. I just didn't. I've always stayed in my own age group for the most part. Yeah. Well, I was married at age 20. When I was 20, I married a 22-year-old. And then when we got divorced, my next husband, we were the same age. Yeah, the same age. Mhm. And I will admit, those two men, even though they probably haven't messed around with young girls, and my second husband actually stole our daughter's girlfriend, so I know he go young. Um, but they didn't marry young. They may play around with young, but both of those men, after me, they married women, close to our age group. And I think that's respectable. I think it's respectable. Now, in the second case, because he secretly ran off and married some woman behind my back, I wish that she would have been younger and cuter. It would have made me feel better had she been younger and cuter. But he didn't, so it has no effect on me. I'm like, darn, shoot. She old, just as she's younger than me, but she's still old, over 50. And fat white woman, you know how black men do. If they leave a black woman, they usually don't beat for a white woman that's too much better. I know I'm talking mess right now, y'all. But anyway, so I just wanted to recite that, and that was so cute. And he says he's working on another song for me. And hey, he think that there's too much distance. Bruh, I love to travel. I love to live other places. All I need for him to do is find me a job and an apartment down there, and I'm there. I am so in Texas so fast, he just don't know. I've lived in Georgia, California, Florida. Give me a reason to live in Texas. I just need a job in a place, and I'm there. We can hang out more, a lot more. Okay, guys, you be blessed. Thanks for letting me share this little, song. I would love to hear it, actually like with, music and stuff, take those lyrics and put it to something, you know. All right, guys, you be blessed. Thank you. Bye.